Hey, how is everybody doing? Welcome back to the channel. As you guys see by the title, I'm talking about Danielle Hunter today. Danielle Hunter, number 99, the edge rusher for the Minnesota Vikings. He is an absolute monster when he's healthy, but that's the problem. He hasn't been healthy the past 2 seasons, and I love talk on Vikings Twitter, Vikings News. People are really confused on what the Vikings should do with Danielle Hunter. There's a lot of people who are saying trade him, get draft capital, move on when you can. There's still people that are saying he's still a top 5 edge when he's healthy. He is the difference maker on this defense, and I fall in between. I really see both sides of both ends of the spectrum. That's what we're going to be talking about in this video. Thank you guys so much for the support on the channel as of recently. It's been phenomenal. I love hearing you guys in the comments. It makes it a lot easier to kind of get a grip on what the Vikings community is really feeling. So keep commenting. I really appreciate it. Anyways, let's talk about Danielle Hunter right now. A little bias towards Danielle Hunter. I'm not going to lie. I have a bias towards him. I really think he's special because Danielle was the first player in the NFL where he wasn't a first-round pick, and I was young when he got into the league, but I remember just constantly saying Danielle Hunter's going to be special, and this was during his rookie season when he only had 7 sacks. I just kept saying he's going to be special. He's going to be one of the best edge rushers in the league, and he kind of turned out to be like that. So I have some bias. This was like the first player I kind of took under my wing, and I kept saying, just wait, he's going to explode. He's going to be the next Everson Griffin at the time, the next Brian Robinson, and he's turned out to be better than both of them. So I have some bias towards Danielle. But if I want to put that bias aside, and I'm not talking about cap right now, I understand there would be people who are saying, we don't want to pay Danielle Hunter. If Danielle Hunter is healthy, I'm paying him whatever he wants. I will frankly say that, and I'm pretty confident when I say that, and I'm pretty sure the next GM for the Minnesota Vikings would agree with that. I think when he's healthy, he is a top 5 edge. He's great in the run, great in the pass. But the concern with me is the injuries. And 2 years ago when he had that neck surgery and he came back this year, I was a little nervous, like before the season started, of if we were going to get the same Danielle Hunter. Because anytime you have a season-ending injury, whether it's neck, knee, I don't care what it is, it is concerning. But he came back. He started off a little slow, but even against week 2 against Arizona, he had 3 sacks. And I started to see the old Danielle Hunter where he carries this defense in big-time moments. The Danielle Hunter who had the strip sack against New Orleans in the playoff game, which is the most underrated play of the entire Vikings win against the Saints a couple years ago. And Danielle Hunter, I finally saw it earlier on this year, and then he goes down for the year again. So he's missed pretty much 2 whole seasons. Not playing a lot of football. I don't know where his motivation level is. I don't know if he's treating this like a Klay Thompson thing, where he is like, you know what, I've been dealt some terrible cards. I'm still going to go out there and work every day and try to get back for this team. Or if he's just, because honestly, if he's demotivated, if he's like, damn, I worked all the way back and then I got hurt again, I'm not saying he's demotivated, but I don't blame him if he was. I mean, that is a very difficult thing to go through when you keep working back and then you just injure yourself again. So there's the people side of me feels bad for Danielle Hunter. But if we're just talking about on the football field and with the Vikings, if we can afford to trade him, and I know it sounds weird, like normally you say, can we afford to bring a player in, but can we afford to trade him? And if you're looking at the Vikings defensive line and just the edge rushers, if we get rid of Danielle Hunter, who the hell do we have? Like, yes, DJ Wonnum. I love DJ Wonnum. He's going to be a special player in this league. I kind of have the same feeling I had about DJ. The same feeling I had about Danielle is the same feeling I have about DJ when obviously DJ is going into his 3rd season now. He's going to be entering his prime very soon. So if we kept Danielle and DJ, I'm fine with it. But if you take away Danielle, you're really going to put all the pressure on a 3rd-year DJ Wonnum as being like, you're the reason, or you're going to be the reason we get to the quarterback this year. And as we've seen this past season when Danielle has gone out, it is very hard for them to get pressure on the quarterback. I mean, the only way we got pressure this past season, and credit to Zimmer for this, it was just designed blitzes. There was no real time when it was just, besides the Bears game, week 18, when DJ really got it going, and the white edge rusher, number 79 from Michigan State, Willikins, he got it going too. But besides that, it was a lot of just manufactured pressure created by Mike Zimmer. The scariest, or not scariest, I guess it's not really scary, but one of the most demotivating things that I think would ever happen, if the Vikings do trade Danielle Hunter and we see him go to another team, rocking the 99, rocking that 6'5 frame, 275, just ripped to the skin, and we see him go have 17.5 sacks next season or go win a playoff game for another team, we are going to feel really stupid as a fan base for saying we would have wanted to trade Danielle Hunter. That's just my gut reaction, because I still think, even though he's missed 2 years, I still think he's going to come back, be the same guy he was. And hey, if we're 6 weeks into next season and Danielle hasn't really done anything, then we can reevaluate. But I'm still going to give Danielle the benefit of the doubt, especially since he's already came off a season-ending injury, and we saw it early on this year. He was able to come back and rehab and be just fine. It's just tough. It's just another year. You know what I mean? Like, he can do it 1 year. He can come off a season-ending injury once. Can he do it again? And can he keep the same level of play? That's what we'll figure out. I mean, that will be the question with Danielle Hunter. I say you give him that chance. Say, you got that defensive end spot locked up. We're not going to take calls for you at all, because, you know, the Patriots always say move off a year early. If this was the Patriots, they would move off Danielle Hunter right now. I'm saying I would wait. Give Danielle one more chance, because I just have this feeling he's just a guy you want in the locker room. He's never really complained that much about money. He obviously held out for like a little bit, but I just like Danielle. I like what he's about. He's a good guy, and he's a effing monster when he's healthy. You just remember, for you Vikings fans who want to trade him, just go look up his highlights, please. Just when you're done watching this video, throw on some Danielle Hunter highlights and just be okay, because we still have a top edge on our roster that hasn't played. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really appreciate it. Let me know what you guys think down below. Skol Vikes.